If you want to try a diet like this, you eat enough meat and fat so you're not hungry. Okay, you can't get hungry. You're not eating enough if you're hungry. And if you're hungry, you're going to cheat, and it's going to drive you stark raving mad. Okay, so I want to preface that with something. I am not a dietary expert, so I'm now speaking as an uninformed citizen. Disclaimer number 2. I am not recommending this to anyone. However, I have had many, many people come up to me on the tour and say, look, I've been following your daughter's blog, and I've lost like 100 pounds. I think, what? You lost 100 pounds? Yeah, I lost 100 pounds in 6 months. I talked to a woman yesterday. She lost 15 pounds in 1 month. She was 70. It's like, this is... here's a question. Why is everyone fat and stupid? That's a question, man. Because it's new.
Is it?
Yes, it is. It's new. And it's not sedentary lifestyle. That hypothesis doesn't seem to hold water. There's something wrong with the way we're eating. And what's wrong is that we're eating way too many carbohydrates. I've been on a pure carnivore diet for about 2 months and a very, very low carb, greens only, modified carnivore diet for about a year. I went on a really low carb diet. Okay, so this is what happened. I had gastric reflux disorder and I was snoring quite a lot. I stopped snoring the first week. I thought, what the hell? That's supposed to be associated with weight loss because I had gained some weight. I weighed about 212 pounds and I'm about 6'1½", so that was my maximum weight. I stopped snoring, which was a great relief to Tammy. So that just quit, and that's a big deal, right? Because if you snore, you have sleep apnea, and then you don't sleep right, and it's like not a good thing. Okay, next. I started waking up in the mornings. I'd never been able to wake up in the mornings my whole life. I always had to stumble to the shower, and then maybe I could wake up. It took me an hour, and I felt terrible. And so all of a sudden I woke up and it was like, oh, look at that. I'm awake in the morning and I'm clear-headed and things aren't gloomy and horrible. It's like, well, isn't that weird? Then I lost 7 pounds the first month. I thought, 7 pounds, that's a lot in a month. And I'd already gone for a whole year on a sugar-free diet and I didn't lose any weight. And I'd been exercising.
Sugar-free, but did you cut out bread and gluten?
No, it was just no desserts, no sugar. No, and I thought that might do it. Didn't make any difference at all. 7 pounds. Well, then I lost 7 pounds the next month. Then I lost 7 pounds the next month. I lost 7 pounds every month for 7 months. It's like I'd throw away all my clothes. I went back to the same weight that I was when I was 26. And my psoriasis disappeared. And I had floaters in my right eye, and they cleared up. And then the last thing that went away for me, I was still having a bitch of a time with mood regulation, and that sucked because when I changed my diet, I didn't respond to antidepressants properly anymore. They weren't working. And so although I was getting better physically in a variety of ways, like radical ways, I was really having a bitch of a time regulating my mood, and I was having sporadic, really negative reactions to food when I ate something I shouldn't. So that took about 1.5 years to clear up, and I was still really anxious in the morning up to 3 months ago, like horribly, and then it would get better all day. People said, well, you're under a lot of stress, and I thought, yeah, I've been under a lot of stress for like 10 years. It's like, it's a lot, but it wasn't any more stressful than helping my daughter deal with her illness, that's for sure. That, no, this is something different. And she said to me, quit eating greens. And I thought, oh, really? Jesus, Michaela, I'm eating cucumbers, lettuce, broccoli, and chicken and beef. It's like I have to cut out the goddamn greens? It's like, try it for a month. Okay. So here's what happened. I lost 50 pounds. It's like, that's a lot, right? I'm nowhere near as hungry as I used to be. My appetite's probably fallen by 70%. I don't get blood sugar dysregulation problems. I need way less sleep. I get up in the morning and I'm fine. I'm not anxious. I'm not depressed. I don't have psoriasis. My legs were numb on the sides. That's gone. I'm certainly intellectually at my best at the moment, which is a great relief, especially doing this tour. Depression is gone. I'm stronger. I can swim better. And my gum disease is gone. Oh, I couldn't believe it. 50 pounds. It's like, first of all, I didn't know I had 50 pounds to lose. You know, I thought I was maybe 20 pounds heavier than I should have been. Should have been 185, something like that. I guess that's 25 to 30 pounds. That was the maximum. I thought, no, I'm at 162 and I was at 212. So what's that? 50 pounds, yeah.
That's a lot of weight.
Well, all of the motivation for this has been my experience with my daughter because she has an unbelievably serious autoimmune disease. I just talked to her this morning.
What is it called?
Well, it's arthritis. but there's way more to it than that. But the arthritis was the major set of symptoms. She had 40 affected joints, and she had to have her hip replaced and her ankle replaced when she was 15 and 16. And so she basically hobbled around on 2 broken legs for 2 years in extreme agony. And that was just a tiny fraction of the whole set of problems. But apart from that, she is doing so well now. It is absolutely beyond comprehension. She's just glowing with health. All of her autoimmune symptoms are gone, all of them. And she was also seriously depressed, like severely depressed, way worse than you think. She couldn't stay awake for more than about 6 hours without taking Ritalin. And she was dying. And I had a cousin, my cousin's daughter. She died when she was 30 from an associated autoimmune condition. So there's a fair bit of this in our family. It was bloody bleak, I'll tell you. And my wife always had a suspicion that this was dietary related. Yeah, well, that's why I don't want to universalize from my experience, you know. But this is what's happened to me, and this is what's happened to my wife and my daughter. So, and all of it's been, well, with Michaela, it's miraculous. I cannot believe it. The last time I saw her, it made me cry. I've never seen her look like that. She looks so good. She's so healthy and so
all of her other joints are not experiencing any problems
and she's
anymore.
taking no immunomodulators at all. No medication. None.
And she was on them forever.
Oh, Jesus, yes. More medication than you can shake a stick at. Methotrexate, which is basically, they use it to treat cancer. What's the cancer-treating drugs called? Whatever. I don't remember at the moment. She was on Enbrel, which really, really helped, but later opened to bacterial infections, so she always had pneumonia in the fall. But Enbrel really helped. And then heavy doses of antidepressants and Ritalin, and Jesus, it was just a bloody nightmare.
And how long has she been on this carnivore diet?
Oh, God, she's only been eating meat. It's got to be at least 6 to 8 months now.
Wow.